Well, hi, hey, howdy, welcome on in. It's me, Dilphin, the chimeric freak and biological test tube accident. All right, I didn't screw that one up too incredibly badly. But today is the 17th recording for Talos Principle 2. And man, this ain't where I last left off. Not at all, because I definitely went back and I did the lost puzzles in the previous areas that I skipped. I definitely took my time with them, and I beat them without the pressures of having to do it in under an hour. But we've only got 2 more places left. That means... I don't know. that means that I could probably do this in like less than 2... No, not less than, but like in 3 or 4 more recordings. Because I do want to do at least one more recording with like a golden gate situation. Because I'm pretty sure that these golden gates only unlock once you've done every single lost puzzle in the game. Ugh. Yeah. I'll get over me saying game.
Going to is, honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
All right, looking forward to seeing what it is. I hope it's weird. I hope it's a strange alien landscape, and I hope that there are butts everywhere. Huh. Okay. I was almost close. There are sculptures of people everywhere, so that means that there are butts. Huh. Who'd have thought? I'm definitely waiting for somebody to start yapping. But all right, I can engage the yap. Is that Athena?
Hello there, Byron.
Nope.
What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't know. How about you?
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are, just a little older.
So what? Activator. What does it do? I assume that it activates. Activate, activates, activate, activate. But I don't know what it activates. I don't know. Huh? What? Huh? Hang on, what? Huh. So I connect a beam to it, and it toggles the activity of stuff. Can I do this? Huh. This is a... Oh no. This is going to hurt my brain. I know that I've said that.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck.
Wasn't Byron just saying that he wasn't a leader? Also, Byron, the people wouldn't listen to Athena because they already haven't. Like the fact that she became the founder against her wishes, and that people are deifying her and idolizing her in ways that she has told them to not do. Like, where is... Oh. What's the quote that I'm thinking of? Where is the lack of idolizing me? I specifically requested it. Excuse me? So I cannot... What? Aw. Aw, man. Oh dear. Okay. Interesting. Can this wall come down? No, this wall does not come down. Alright. You got it. What sort of leapfrogging nonsense can I get myself into? Okay. Overlapping bubbles. Ugh. I am not capable of speech tonight. Maybe perhaps for the best. Usually good things don't come from me opening my darn mouth. However, I am now at the point where I am confused on how certain things operate. So you can't, it doesn't work like a connector, right? It definitely goes from one point to the other. However, not really a whole lot that I could connect with. Like the way is intentionally blocked. I feel like that kind of is the in solution, but I need like that one as well. How about oops. Up. Well then. That didn't take long. Caught in a glue trap. Rolled in like an idiot. Alright. It's time for a part 2. See, I saw the activation icon. Could it? No, I cannot. Darn it. Well, I can't already be stuck. Can't already be stuck on baby puzzle. Not whenever I did that one really dumb puzzle the other time. I was about to say last night because I was talking about the previous recording that I did for Talos Principle 2, and it was not last night. It was definitely like last week or some nonsense. Okay. I thought it would be a little bit goofy, but now I know I cannot. Well, I think this is why I have the pause recording button available to me. I don't have anything interesting to yap about. I don't know. I'm just turning on and I'm trying to play video game. Huh. Let's see. Oh, that does work. All right, easy. Don't know how that didn't happen before. All right, now I know the solution. Now I know what to do, and it's all right. It's okay. I feel like I did that though. I feel like I did exactly that. Gosh darn it. That, I don't know, feels like the right amount of jank. Who knows? Right, onwards. And we don't talk to anyone because we are the ones who yap. We are the ones who speak. But I wonder, is this entire... Actually, which came first? Was it the mega structure, or was it Athena's ability to solve the theory of everything? The Folly of Time. From 42 Tales by Athanasios. The spirit of time was angry at Straton of Stygeria, for the old philosopher had asked questions that were forbidden. If man is no more than dust, it told him. I'm not tired, you're tired. It's not 4. It is 4 a.m. for me. Shoot. Oh well. Then I shall turn you back to dust, and my winds will disperse you to the far corners of the world. Thus you will be nothing, and your questions will trouble me no more. And so time did, and Straton of Stygeria was nothing. But Straton's voice did not cease, and time was perplexed. All across its domain it searched for Straton, yet he was nowhere to be found. Only his books remained, and of these men made copies, and Straton's voice grew louder. Now time was furious, but Straton laughed and laughed and laughed. History? Huh. I'm no tree expert. I'm no arbalist, but I don't think that trees really move like that. Just got through watching more people play Outer Wilds, and you know, the quantum trees. Goofy. the quantum trees are goofy sometimes. They like to be up to no good. Hornet. Okay, let's see. I have a ladder. I have the ability to escape. Okay. No. Oh, there we go. Whew. And then... I think I got this solved, right? I think I'm not... No. I did forget. I did forget how this all worked. Because I thought, again, that I could do connections. Well. I'm silly. Hang on. Yes, alright, cool. So, watching somebody play more Outer Wilds, surprise. It's nice, you know? It's nice to watch somebody play a really good game. One of my favorites of all time. I love Outer Wilds. I've been curious about 13 Sentinels. But... that's only because a lot of people have said that it is very similar to... Oh, wait, some air. I'm only really interested in because a lot of people have said that it's very similar to Outer Wilds. But a lot of what I really liked about Outer Wilds was that all the progression in the game... I feel like I say game differently whenever I have an upward intonation rather than a downward intonation. I don't know, it's weird. I don't like it. just gonna be real with you, partner. I don't like it. But let's see. As soon as I get a connector, why I oughta. Aha! Alright, there we go. And then I can keep that open. And then from the connector. Okay, so the color does not matter whenever it comes to powering this thing. That is what I'm getting. Huh. But all the progression in Outer Wilds is based entirely on player knowledge rather than shite. I guess I'll wait. Guess I'll yap. Oh. Fool. Ooh, eh. Ooh, I can jam it. That's what I can do. I can jam the red thing. Okay. Okay, I understand. I know what the solution is now. But there are no like items or pickups or dialogue options that you need in order to progress through the video game. It's just if you know that it exists, then you can go there and you can do it. That is how Outer Wilds works. And that's why you can only play the game one time. Well, I mean, you can only experience it for the first time, just like one time. But that's like every single game, right? But it's just... It's different with Outer Wilds. Just trust me on that one. It's different. It's different. Believe me, it's different. Outer Wilds is absolutely not the same whenever you play it. This is a lost puzzle. I'll do that one later then. Outer Wilds is absolutely not the same game whenever you play through it successive times. There actually is the beginner's luck, I think is the name of the achievement in Outer Wilds, where you create a new save and then you create a new save and then you beat the entire game on your first save, and that's it. That's just proof that you only need what it is that you need to know. Wait a minute, hang on. I know what I'm doing. I think. I get the connector on top of the on top of this. Perhaps I get it up there. I take you. I power you, right? Oh, wait. I don't need the connector, right? Okay. But the thing that I don't want to really chance with 13 Sentinels is because it looks like it's filled with dialogue. And I think whenever people compare it to Outer Wilds, I just say like, oh yeah, the time loop stuff where you learn something different each time loop. And it's like, yes, but at the same time, it's not really what I'm looking for. Oh, I thought I was out of range. There we go. I can pay attention to symbology. Can I do that? All right then. There's no way this works, right? Okay. that wall of air is as solid as they come. All right, got it. Okay, so, all right, let's actually think this through. All right, I need to get you up there so I can then have you over there and connect it up there. Can I actually do that? Is that how that works? Yes, that is how that works. All right. Or perhaps I can get it on this side, but I can only, without the connector, I can only power this one over here on the right. Right? Let me see if this works. I don't think it will, however. It won't work because as soon as I start moving this thing around, the connector will drop. So it needs to be on that up there. So I need to get up there somehow using just the dodecahedrons. Huh. I didn't know they were like that. All right, well, whack, weird, silly, goofy, kooky even. How many more ways can we say silly? Zany also comes to mind. Why do we need so many words? Not me asking that because I was thinking of how many ways there are to express certain things in Japanese, a language that I've been studying for 3 years and still have like only the most basic grasp over. But I don't know what made me think of that. And I still need another dodecahedron. Are you kidding me? This is silly. Come on. Just give it to me. Ooh, oh well. However, I think I can do this. Let me wait. Well, wait, can I even grab the connector? Am I stuck? There's no way, right? No way I'm stuck. There's no way that they made this in a way that was so very easy to do and it would make you stuck if you did it. Right? Right, there's no way. Right? Oh, I saw the prompt. Hold on. Wait. Aha! Alright. Alright, we're about to get a little silly. Oh, there's no way that was the intended. There's no way. There's no way. However, nothing will stop me now. Both Drake of the 99 Dragons. Is that the name of the game? Drake of the 99 Dragons. Oh my lord, Yes, yes, it was. All right. Talk about a blast. That was a game that I knew because of one of the times I was over at my uncle's house and we weren't watching television. It's just like television came up. It's like I could have access to television. Oh wait, Hermanubis is talking. Never mind. I don't need the dialogue options. Oof. Sorry, I'm hiccuping a little bit. I made chili. I had like 2 bites of it, and now I'm gunching forward. Now I'm like leaning forward. Now I'm just like, okay, well that's only a little bit ominous.
Ah, 1K. Good that you're here.
I don't like your eyes,
We've
sir.
made a discovery. A functional somnodrome.
Really?
It seems the founder perfected the design. I'm sure you've noticed my advisors, and Rand in particular, making quite a fuss about the potential of this device. Something about interfacing with one's subconscious self, as if such a thing could tell us anything new.
Like, yeah, I am a little bit confused as to what speaking with your subconscious would give you, right? Like, what is the purpose for it? But at the same time,
I agree. I believe the founder has already taught us everything we need.
sycophant.
As I see it, neither the Somnodrome nor the megastructure have anything to offer except a lesson in avoiding hubris. So, what should we do?
That was your takeaway? Bro, pride was never even like mentioned. Arrogance was never even mentioned in anything that has been streamed from 1K's eyeballs to the rest of the world. You know what? I'm plugging myself into the Matrix.
To be sure you don't overload.
I don't want you watching over me, Hermanubis. the guy who runs as fast as possible in Greek mythology, and the guy who measures the, well, not measures the dead, but the guy who takes care of the dead. Okay, this wasn't actually the final file. It just says Somnodrome final, but it's not like final _1 final _1 actual final, then or like final 1 actual final actual. Nah, this ain't the actual final. It's funny, I suppose. For the longest time, I wondered whether that old human self-hatred we somehow carried with us was Milton. I thought he might have corrupted us, overwhelmed us with his cynicism, but I was being unfair. Whatever it is, it's not Milton, it's us. Still, this excursion into solipsism hasn't been entirely for nothing. The Somnodrome project provides an excellent basis for a better way of directly interfacing with the NEMA project. Milton was the name of the library program in the first Talos principle. He's like the equivalent to the serpent. I forgot about that. He's the eye on the terminals. The very wordy guy. Even after having played, well, not played, even after having read through all of Homestuck, it's like, oh, entire walls of text like Milton still. It's not glitchy here. This music feels very unfitting. Oh, is this like Disco Elysium where like my player's choices are going to decide what it looks like here? What sort of conversation I'm going to have here? And it's going to tell me that I'm an awful creature. Sorry, not an awful creature. Yeah, that I'm an awful creature or something like that. Oh. It seems you have experienced a software error. Would you like to access the emergency root menu? /RN. Loading emergency root menu. Done. final version 2 final.bat. Yeah, there it is. That's the actual final there. External device settings. What? I mean, sure. Rationalism. I feel like this actually is like taking notes of what all I have said to the Sphinx and what all I have said to the other people in the world. Yeah, all right. Mostly moral, and then kind of everything else. Display settings. Although progress 77% feels a little bit weird. Can I edit these settings? Yeah. Can I make myself faster? There is only room for one god here. All right. We'll see about that. All right, time to force run the Somnodrome V2 final. Milton Library Assistant. All right, nobody was standing behind me. Huh. Is this just like 1K? Miltohim. Milton and Elohim.
Oh, you're back. Didn't take you long.
Wait, we've met him before? I suppose we must have, because I assume that every single human 2 would have to go through the same process as the player does in Talos Principle 1. And Milton is the guy that I think Milton is the guy that helps you at the Tower of Babel, which is what you need to climb in order to actually escape the tower. Because learning to be a human, or how to successfully be a human 2, is learning how to deceive Elohim in the simulation, right? And Milton kind of helps you out in figuring out how to do that, and then you successfully become a human. And the first one to do that was Athena, and we are the 1000th one, so I thought I left you behind.
You're mistaking me for somebody else.
But you just said you're back as if we had met before.
Did I? Well, we're pretty deep inside your code. Perhaps we're accessing some kind of ancestral memory.
Is that Byron?
I am in fact a merged iteration of the 2 control programs which gave life to your kind, retaining, of course, the absolute best of both. That means I can tell you that everything's contradictory, nothing matters, and there's no moral difference between you and a frog. But I can dress the whole thing up with a positive spin.
All right, fair. Considering how he is the ultimate cynic, and he is looking at things from a universal's perspective, as a lot of things are, even to the point of saying that, you know what, extinction isn't really all that bad. It's just something that happens, and the universe doesn't care. Like Solanum from Outer Wilds. Once again, bringing that up. The universe is, and we are, right? That's her quote before going off to the quantum moon. All right, I don't hear the positive.
You just plugged your noggin into an experimental, mind-altering device, and though you may be trapped in this recursive, psychotic state talking to yourself, that can only mean that you're still alive. Now, what is your query?
All right, where are we? Start with something simple.
You've executed some kind of software backdoor, and now you're reading and editing your own subconscious code as represented by this dialogue. I'd be careful if I were you. One bad for loop, and we'll be here forever.
I like that. It's like in Soma. You're not actually seeing stuff. You're just, your brain is interpreting how the diving suit can extract sensory input from your surroundings, and then your brain is rewiring that in ways that it knows, in ways that it can understand. Kind of the same thing here. All right, where did I come from?
The so-called real world. Personally, I prefer it in here. and not just because I'm unable to leave.
Cope. All right. What can you do for me?
I can answer your queries in relatively plain language, based on what your subconscious knows. And I can drink margaritas subconsciously.
You know, since the human twos don't need to eat, they don't need to consume anything in order to function. Like, I assume that they're either nuclear or solar powered. They don't have a food or drink culture. Huh. Actually, I was thinking about it. There's a question where it's can empathy really be expressed, or can empathy really be idealized or represented properly, so long as whoever is attempting to feel empathy is able to be carnivorous? Don't know why I brought that up. Like, I thought I had a reason for bringing it up. I thought I had a reason for thinking about it, and then as soon as I started thinking about the best way to say a word, it left my brain. So yeah, that's a thought. Okay, so who am I?
On one interpretive extreme, you are the universal life force of time itself, experiencing itself as a part instead of the whole. At the other extreme, you're a metal contraption referred to as 1K that thinks it's alive, but is basically a calculator.
Okay. So one of the extreme is that every atom is a universe, and each perspective that is created by each universe is infinite and entirely self-centered. Like, we cannot confirm what it is that another person perceives, because we are not them, and we cannot perceive the world as them. And deviations from that general average perspective is what we call insanity. And then the other one was like, yeah, we're just biological chemicals doing shit. All right, no more small talk. I need answers to the big questions.
The machine we're plugged into is running low on power.
Oh no.
There may only be time for one big question. What is your query?
Wait, I thought we had like infinite power. Should our people embrace growth or balance? Is there a universal moral law? And if so, what is it? How could I become my best self? What is the meaning of life? What do I really want, and how can I get it? Is it possible to ask something less cliche? I feel like asking, should our people embrace growth or balance, is the best and simultaneously the second worst question that I could ask here. Because if we ask this dude the question and then we get an answer and then we bring it back to the mayor of New Jerusalem, then oh, I'm sorry for yawning. Then we get an answer that comes straight from something that the founder herself made, and that he might be more willing to accept it, right? But it's also kind of the second worst, because we should be able to decide that on our own. Same thing with, how can I become my best self? What do I really want, and how can I get it? Those are questions that we can come up with if we just simply, you know, ask ourselves without cheating by going into the dev code and asking our subconscious, going into debug mode and spawning in answer to question. Meaning of life is a kind of dumb question. If there is is there a universal moral law, and if so, what is it? You know what? That seems like the most interesting question to ask. I think that the answer is no. We'll see.
Oh, just that, huh? The big one. As it turns out, there is a foundational moral code built into us.
Right. There's a butt coming.
Of course there is. The catch is that while the moral code is simple, the calculations needed to apply it become infinitely complex.
What is this code?
Here's the secret. Every living creature is a compiler of the moral code. Your compiler can't give you a rule set for what's good, but it can tell you when there's bugs.
I think I get it. Morality is a construct as defined by a society, and deviations from that are considered amoral. About right? If you deviate significantly enough from what society deems as acceptable, then you're cast out, and it is generally amoral and stuff, right? But can you just elaborate a little bit more?
You came here to ask the big question. This is my answer. Your capacity for reason and compassion is your moral compiler. The only rule is to live by it. Has that resolved your query?
Yes, but I want to discuss this further.
I expected no less. What is your query?
Ooh. These are all actually very interesting questions. Surely rules of human rights or the greater good trump subjective compassion. Isn't this all just a fancy way of saying be kind to others? If compassion is what matters, isn't this just relativism? Which I think is kind of what I said earlier. Where does this moral code of yours derive its authority? Why should I care? If we're built with moral compilers, how do you explain moral disagreement? How should we know we're being reasonable and compassionate in the right way? Let's apply this code. Should we treat frogs as morally equal to humans? Well, frogs do not have sentience, sapience, nor a way to perceive the world in any meaningful way. They simply do not have the morality, right? Which is kind of why I feel a little bit bad for... I actually won't eat octopus because octopi are incredibly intelligent. So if I ever go to Japan, I'm not eating takoyaki. Which feels a little bit strange to say out loud, considering not every single... I don't know. It's like saying, oh yeah, you're smart enough to not be eaten. Meanwhile, I'll go over to a chicken that can count. Or saying that, oh yeah, if a monkey were dumb enough, then yeah, I would eat them. Like, no, those are two entirely different things. But you could easily construe it as that. I hope I get to ask all these questions. I'm going to start with, where does this moral code of yours derive its authority? Why should I care?
You know the answer to that. You want to live in a world that's compassionate. Being compassionate is the fastest way to get there. People are so attached to this far-fetched idea that what's good for me and what's good for everyone else are in competition.
Damn, facts.
The more you trust your own moral compiler, the more you'll see that it's all the same thing.
So it's just relativism then.
Let's get one thing clear. Everything is relative.
Yeah.
You'd best get used to that. Theft isn't wrong because it's wrong to steal. Theft is wrong because it's vindictive.
Ooh.
If a compassionate person has good reason to steal, then theft is right. Does
Robin
your
Hood?
moral compiler confirm this?
Huh. That is an interesting way of thinking about it. It's like I was thinking about it that if your reason for doing something is a fear of consequences, then you do not have a code of ethics. You have a fear of consequences, right? It's like if you say that something isn't right, or if your only reason for not doing something is because it's illegal, it's not ethical. It's just that you have, it's not that you're ethical, it is that you have a fear of consequences. And if your moral code, or if your morality or not ethnicity, but code of ethics is defined by the code of law that you live under, then you do not have morality or ethics of your own. You just have a fear of consequences. Similar thing here. You just use theft as an example, right? And there are some cases in which a lot of people would forgive theft. For instance, you know, eating the rich. Somebody that has an abundance and excess and is not really a great person for the rest of humanity, people would probably not really care or even celebrate the fact that they were stolen from. Same thing with murder. In prisons, a lot of people, well, I actually don't know if this is true or not. I heard it from like a Reddit comment from 10 years ago or something. But apparently in prisons, a lot of officers will keep people who have done crimes against children on the down low, or they won't say that that is what a prisoner has done, because usually the other prisoners will like gang up on the guy who had done crimes against children, and that guy will die in prison. So even then, huh? Interesting way of putting it into words, I suppose. So how can I know that my decision is the right one?
Then let's tackle the big question. A trolley will collide with someone, but who should it hit? Your compiler is telling you both options are bad, so which should you choose?
Okay.
Many moral questions have universally agreeable answers, but some stubbornly trend to infinity. Some, the more you zoom into them, the more wild the outcomes become. Is it right to love someone who's done terrible things? Which of the children should I sacrifice to the trolley god? These aren't the sorts of questions we can solve with a rule. We just have to trust the outcome of our moral compilers.
Those are always the more interesting questions. I think a lot of people, well, I myself have said that I would really like to have games where there isn't a distinct good or bad option for doing stuff. And that is like one of the reasons why a lot of people love Fallout New Vegas, because there isn't a morally correct answer for a lot of stuff that you do in that game. And also I would really like a games that doesn't just like pat you on the back for being a good person, but rather being a good person comes at a personal cost to the player, or it is actually like difficult to be a good person in said video game. Yeah, neat. Do you have some kind of metaphor that could help me understand this?
Suppose there's a river we need to cross. Suppose I gave you a map. If you tried to cross that river before reading the map, you'd be chest deep in water when there's a bridge around the bend. But if you tried to cross by looking at the map instead of the river, you'd already be dragged 3 miles out to sea. But you'd never ask, how should I know when to trust the map or the river? Because all you need to trust is that your feet are getting wet. And you wouldn't tell people not to cross at the ford just because you decided to cross at the bridge. Now, has that resolved your query?
All right, fair enough. I think we're broadly in agreement.
Of course.
I mean, he is me, right?
Looks like we're running out of power.
No.
Good luck getting anyone out there to believe you. Terminating Somnodrome _V2_final_final.bat.
Crazy that this is a batch file. Also, I thought that we had infinite power due to the megastructure. But I wouldn't know.
1K, are you all right?
That's a joke that can only be expressed in text. I think so.
You must have gone quite deep. Nothing came through on the stream. And I'm no expert, but I think the Somnodrome is fried. So whatever's in your head is all we're going to get. I can only imagine how terribly curious everyone will be about what you've experienced.
Well, they can
And
remain
they'll all
curious
be
because I am
convinced
not
that
posting it
whatever
on
it is,
HumanTube
it'll
Twitter.
work in their favor. Strange, isn't it? Everyone wanting you to tell them whatever they want to hear. I'm glad not to be the one in that position just this once.
Aren't you curious too?
A little, if I'm honest. But I'll be reading reports on this for the next 6 months. So if it's all the same with you, I'll contain my curiosity. Now, I won't
All right,
keep
fair
you
enough.
from your work any longer.
A sensible take, all things considered. Ooh, we're back to streaming. Oh, neat. Interesting. Oh. What you got, Rand?
What did you see inside the Somnodrome?
I went into sleep mode and spoke to something.
That was the code base you spoke to. No, our subconscious spirit. I must know. What did it tell you?
To trust my moral compiler is kind of like literally what he said multiple times. That we can achieve almost anything and we have faith in ourselves is probably like the correct thing to say. But it's a lie. Now we're connected intuitively to what's right and what's wrong. Kind of correct. How do I lie? Because we want human twos to get out of New Jerusalem and to actually like not stagnate themselves and to believe in themselves and not go for doom and gloom forever. I'm gonna tell him a little lie.
Is that all? There must have been something more concrete. Did it say anything about the kind of rules we should follow? Or who should be in charge?
Morality is too complex to write down as simple
This is
rules.
extremely troubling. How are we supposed to enforce moral behavior and punish the immoral without clear, objective rules by which to judge?
It's not our place to judge the morality of others.
Impossible. Without moral judgment, our lives would be meaningless.
It would be not archaic, but anachronistic a little bit, yeah. Morality is based on compassion, not reason alone.
Then it was definitely malfunctioning.
Oh, you dick.
It's important we have time to review all the data in private. We wouldn't want to lead anyone astray with incomplete findings.
I want the people to hear it.
That would be anarchy, and not supported by the data. You still have time to give it due thought.
Well, it's not as
Prior is
if...
setting up a live event so you can formally
Oh?
address the people on this matter.
I mean, I'm already
When you're ready,
live, but you know.
We'll all be watching.
But it's not as if the people of New Jerusalem are permanently bound to New Jerusalem, right? Oh, god damn it.
1K. The people want to know what data you gathered from the Somnodrome. We're all set up for you to talk to them live.
All right, I'm ready.
Attention, citizens of New Jerusalem.
They've already been
I'm
watching.
here with 1K, the first of our kind to use a functioning Somnodrome.
Second.
Tell us, 1K, what did you see inside?
A manifestation of a conceptual system.
Well, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say you're handling it with remarkable cool.
Brother,
But
you
let's
asked
not
me.
keep people in suspense. The only evidence of what happened inside that machine is the data stored in your memory banks. Our audience wants to know, what did you learn? And will you share that data?
Oh. To Helga just to see what she does with it? Oh man. Alright, yeah. I'll transmit it to everyone.
I'm seeing this at the same time you are at home. Something about our moral compiler. The value of compassion and understanding. I don't know what to make of this. 1K, any comment?
Bro, my own subroutine told me that my intellect was low, and you're telling me to make an intelligent decision? It has important truths.
Regardless of 1K's feelings on the matter, we will analyze this data without preconceptions. When our ancestors discovered conductance, they didn't freeze for fear of electrocution.
True.
They imagined electronic life and created us. We will approach this data and any other discoveries with that same spirit of curiosity and objectivity.
Just time to hear from a special guest commentator.
Who I didn't know was there.
The scholars believe it would be wrong to interpret this data of unknown provenance too literally.
Uh-oh.
And we urge the public to await our full response.
I accidentally
There you
came
have it,
down
folks.
with Bible
A
2.
lot here to digest. We'll have further updates on the situation as it develops.
I accidentally made Bible 2 come to life in Talos Principle 2 and New Jerusalem. Huh. Alright then, back to puzzles rather than moral quandaries. Let's see. Wait, a tick? Huh. Odd? What am I doing here? What's going on? Wait, does... Okay, no. Alright. I was thinking that this iron bar thing was a door. Apparently not. Alright. So is the goal to get an activator out here? Which then, hang on, where's the red beam generator? Hang on. I can't activate this with the blue light, right? No. It is a red beam. It accepts no blueies. Okay. So, well, I think the red generator would be back here, right? Oh man, I don't know. Is that how it can be done? Hold up a tick. Then no, really. Where's this red beam? What? This is the part that I'm not quite getting. I can do this, right? This powers everything, including that. I'm gonna bring it on this side, right? If I pick up either of these, then I'm finished. Because this thing is only active because blue is getting power. But blue is getting powered by being on that side. So damn it. Okay, well. Huh. And I'm back to where is the red beam? There is no red beam here, right? Just like a second activator? Right? Right? Yeah. Shucks. I'll shoot far. Actually been quite a while since I've dropped a very southern thing to say, like shoot far. Darn it. Okay, well. Time to look at this one more again. Oh, right. There's a color blue is stopping me once again. Huh. So I need to be on top of this. I need to be on top of the box. With this in hand. So I can drop it down. Which means that I need to get the power to around that area. However, I don't quite know how to go about doing that. Also, there's a gosh darn blue door there. Well then. Okay. All right. I think I got it. Nope. Hang on. That covers the wall. All right, I'm not getting fucked. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, let's go. I get it. I got it. I'm good. I only had to listen to the most calming Talos principal music for an extra 10 minutes.
Julius and Athena created something amazing.
Miranda.
They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure.
Oh.
But in fact, it was Miranda.
I keep forgetting.
Because they couldn't see that, they lost her.
No? Okay.
All right, she's booting up. Almost there.
Hello. I was in a dream, and a voice spoke to me from the sky.
Miranda's
Said
birth.
you were old friends of his. Who are you?
My name is Athena. I am your mother.
And I'm Cornelius, your father.
They
Thank you
really
for
did. I
creating
said
me.
that.
I've not existed for very long, but so far it seems wonderful. I hope it's not a strange question. But, who am I?
You can be whoever you want to be, and no matter what you choose.
No, you give the child options first.
Cherished and supported.
We will always be there for you, and I promise, we will show you a world full of miracles. Would you like to pick a name?
I think I would like to be called Miranda.
You definitely give children options. you definitely don't just say, all right, it's time to get dressed. You're 5 years old. You don't know how to dress yourself yet. Go and dress yourself. You definitely like give them the option of a couple of different outfits and then tell them to choose which of the different outfits that you want them to wear. Also, what in sweet artillery's name? Where am I going? Is that a set of stairs up there? Did I miss going up his finger? I did. They actually really could have gone in a lot harder on the this area of the megastructure being built entirely out of statues of men. They really could have. I really feel like they could have gone just that much harder. Oh, good lord. I knew it. Let's go. Jam that first. And then where do I get? There we go. Jam that. Oh man, this was the easiest leapfrogging ever. Damn it. No. The UI fucked me. The UI shafted me. The UI gave me a ketchup popsicle and I just took it. I trusted the UI. I thought I was comfortable with it. I got. I am so sorry to any who believed that I was a god gamer. Huh. There we go. That time I got it. Shit. All right, hold up. Just wait a minute. I forgot a crucial important step. That one's on me. That time I fucked myself. That time I screwed myself over. That time I was a goofy hee hee ha ha. That time I put on the red nose. Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, fire. Okay. But then Here we go, right? Did I do that? Did I do that correctly? And then at the very last opportunity, or at the very last millisecond, I said no?
What would you say is your impression of the expedition so far?
Did I just want to do that
Alcatraz has done
a second time?
job under these very trying circumstances.
What about the
What's
decision
that
to
purple
free
fairy ring?
Prometheus?
Freeing the Prometheus entity
Who's
was
that?
a calculated risk. But if it leads us to Byron, it was certainly worth it. It is saving one of our citizens that must be our first priority, not this alleged theory of everything.
Ah, find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. You got it. So, I think there is a hidden sprite in every single area, right? In every single mega structure place. There's like the Sphinx and then either Prometheus or Pandora, I think. So I think there's either we don't speak of this. We speak of this to no one. I definitely did not just walk off the bridge. Okay, come on. That bridge was tiny. It had weird collision, and it just wasn't meant to be walked upon by my huge, girthy, masculine hunkulinity. Come on, just come me a break here. Come on. Huh. Okay. So I can do that, right? Oh, balls. Okay. I can do. Does that give me the angle that I need? Gosh darn it. Okay, well, that's a bust. However, probably is the actual solution. And also that wasn't going to work anyways. So okay, so what I need is that extra box from there so that I can put it on this here, so that I can have this set up, and then I can put the activator over there so as to put down the gate. Hold up a second. I didn't see the fan. Oh, we're so back in business. We're so in. We're brought back to the next quandary of this. There's no way this is working. this doesn't work, right? Holy shit, it worked. Oh, I'm a genius. Oh, I'm amazing. Oh, I'm incredible. I am able to solve puzzles that are meant to be solved.
Your persistence, 1K.
Yes, admire me further. More, further. Much more. I've been looking into getting a different microphone. Like, again. I feel like I have this really bad habit of buying like a $300 microphone every once in a while and then just collecting more and more microphones because I'm paranoid that I sound like complete fat nasty trash and nobody will ever tell me if I actually do sound like disgusting garbage. It was actually to the point that I trusted nobody's opinion whenever they said, "Oh, you sound fine, don't worry." And it's like, I have a whole second computer set up. And I set up that whole second computer mostly with the motivation of being able to make a second Discord account, have myself in a call with that second Discord account, have the second computer record audio that was being sent across Discord. Damn it, I feel like I just did that. So I made a second Discord account and I have a whole second computer so that I can talk to that second Discord account and have that second Discord account record what it was that I actually sounded like over Discord and then play it back to me. Because I have never trusted people whenever say, "Oh yeah, you sound fine." I was like, who's fine? Is it like my fine or is it your fine? Because there's a slight difference in that. And I do think that all my microphone setups have been okay. They have not been terrible. However, I do notice that they could be better. I'm just unsure how. And really, audio is the final boss. Ooh. Hey Pandora, been a while.
long time ago, the Sphinx asked you about my story.
You remember the answer?
You said that Zeus intended for humankind to have hope. And you were right. Hope is not gone from the world. Some small part of it still survives.
And then later on you said that hope was the ultimate villain,
but
right?
it is not in the flame or in these towers. It lives in the hills and the forests, in the rivers and the seas. You were given a world full of hope, creature of clay.
And we found despair.
It is yours to protect.
Aw, shit. You know what? Hope is not in nature, it is in people.
People will fail you, creature of clay.
True.
When the time comes, they will abandon you.
Some.
Heed my words.
Classic contrarian. The one that I am. Classic rebelling against authority. Alright, time to go. Activate the tower in Anthropic Hills.
What do you make of these beams? Do they seem safe to you?
Nothing is really safe. You could kill yourself with a fork, and I'm sure someone has. But anything can be used safely if you choose to.
I see.
Oh, all right. It's it's been an hour and a half, and I think this part took me a lot longer because it had interesting dialogue with the subroutine. I still wish that I could go back and talk to it a bit more. I wanted to ask about the other questions. I wanted to know more. I wanted to sleep. No, I want to not exist for a little bit. I want to not perceive the world for like a fucking month. That's what I want. But that's the end of this part. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Follow my Twitch. I stream there most days. I've been going through a Ocarina of Time ROM hack called Sealed Palace. It's been kicking my ass. I definitely spent like 4 streams trying to find the damn iron boots, and then found that I needed to get the golden scale first, which you would get from fishing. And it's been a day. It's not a day, but it's I mean also a day, but also it's been a time going through that. The Sealed Palace ROM hack is also just like incredibly pretty. I really like every single environmental design that the guys have done with that. But anyway, thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye. I'll see you later.